Well, Coach, didn't have to move very far. I guess the excitement of being here at UTSA as the head baseball coach.
I'm super excited. There's a lot of work to do, but eager and excited and looking forward to it.
What attracted you to the position?
I think the growth opportunities, school's alumni base is large, kind of that's where it starts, and then there's, it's UTSA, so in the city of San Antonio, this is kind of the university, which is attracting. But just the general sheer size and the higher ceiling is attracting.
Well, I was going to say, just what were some of the things that you learned in the couple of years you were at Incarnate Word?
There's good players around here, which is what I'm from Houston, so I kind of knew that. And that's what drew me back home from Mizzou originally. Home as in Texas, was there's good players. So that was verified in my 2 years at UIW, and we were able to win a lot of games over there, and it all starts with recruiting. So we'll be looking to continue the winning tradition and grow the program over here.
Yeah, can you talk, you've been around for quite some time. Can you talk about the recruiting base that is here in San Antonio and the talent you have to try and lure people to stay at home?
Yeah, it's fantastic. If you're talking about the United States, from Houston to Central Texas, the recruiting is second to none. Some people could argue Southern California or South Florida, but I grew up around here too. So the high school baseball player in this area, in this region, is really second to none, which is what's so fun about coaching here. That's where it all starts, and we think we can do really great things at UTSA.
And for you, how fortunate do you feel getting to make this big career jump and stay in this state?
I'm excited. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I'm like we've talked about. I'm being from the state, and actually, I live across the street. Basically, I'm closer to campus than I was, and I was already pretty close. I'm around the other side of 1604, so I could jog to work now. Probably will sometimes. So it's super exciting, and like I said, I'm just ready to. Usually you like the summer, but I'm ready for the summer to end and get the guys on campus and start practicing.
You were getting to Rice kind of when they started rolling with Coach Graham. What does UTSA need to do to kind of establish itself as kind of that CUSA contender and to compete for regionals every year?
Specifically, we need to pitch better. I don't know if you want to get into the baseball side of it on the field, but it starts on the mound. We need to improve a little bit there. And develop some guys. And the key to Coach Graham's success started with player development. He made that his calling card. So there's good players. There's good high school players in this area. It's gonna boil down to player development. From a recruiting standpoint, initially we're not going to out recruit the Longhorns or the Aggies. Nobody does, but that's okay. There's enough good players that if you develop them, you can win big here.
Was there a question with facilities or anything that you were wanting when you accepted this job? Anything that, future plans that maybe UTSA needs to improve to compete at a higher level?
It'd be nice. My take is it'd be nice to have the amenities and the nicer stadium, but I don't think that wasn't a must, and it wasn't. Dr. Campos was very upfront with where we're at in that regard, and I told her, well, it suits me fine. When I got to UIW, I don't know if you saw it over there. We made a few upgrades, but it wasn't as nice as this. So I'm perfectly happy with what we have, and at the end of the day, it's player development. We get to work, start developing players and winning games. I told her down the road maybe there'll be more pressure on her to do something because we got 40 wins and we're in a regional or something like that.
Is that where you can see this program going?
Absolutely. That's the goal, I'm not going to hide it from the players, so I might as well start now. Mm-hmm. The goal is NCAA postseason and to make noise there too. I don't want to just get there. I want to win there. Mm-hmm. So that's the goal, yeah.
And then just also, what can you say about your time at UIW and what you did there? Because obviously in such a short amount of time, you were able to make some things happen that program hadn't experienced in quite some time.
Yeah, it was great. And that's the only negative to the last 3 days, honestly, is leaving the players that I had over there. You build a lot of relationships. Mm-hmm. So that's always tough. But, I spoke to those guys. I spoke to my new players. And at the end of the day, it's about what's in store at UTSA. Is super exciting, and I couldn't be happier about it.
Coach, you know what you're going to do with your staff here? Yeah.
I have some ideas. I don't know exactly. So that's probably the first order of business after talking to all the current players, which I've done, reached out to them, but it's putting that staff together. And I have some guys in mind, some guys I've worked with, great coaches. So we need to solidify some things, but certainly I do have some guys in mind, yes.
And then you guys gonna try and do a summer camp, or what do you do in terms of recruiting, being that the timing is what it is?
Right. The timing's good. So yeah, we'll do all the summer camps. We'll do some high school evaluation / showcase camps. We look forward to those and seeing a lot of those guys. We'll do some of the youth camps too, but probably what you're targeting more is the high school evaluation camp. So yeah, once the staff gets in place and we get our feet on the ground, we'll get that information out, get some guys over here and start hunting the high school players that can help us get to that postseason and win.
Is it going to be weird for you personally to be now recruiting against, and then eventually when the season comes around, playing against your alma mater?
Certainly playing against them, at least for the next couple of years, because again, just the relationships that you build over there, and they're tight, and that will be weird, yeah. But it is it's part of it, you know. Certainly love those kids and gonna miss them, but we got a lot of work to do here, and eager and excited to get after it.
Coach's program has kind of hovered around 500 the last few years. What will be your message to the fans who are anxious for a winner to hit this playing field?
The message is the expectations are not 500. At this point, that's the message. The expectations are higher. The expectations are to win, get to the NCAA tournament and win in the NCAA tournament. I don't know if that's too bold a statement or not, but that's the expectation. You know, we talked about it even at UIW, and some people thought it was crazy, but I don't think 37 wins was on everybody's mind over there 2 years ago either. So it is what it is. If you don't set the expectations and make them clear and obvious, you're not going to reach them. You don't reach them by accident. So you might as well get it out there, and I guess that's what we're doing now. The expectations are the NCAA postseason.